Hello everyone, and welcome to issue 37 of our newsletter. This is our weekly video to keep you updated with our upcoming streams and events. Before we begin, I'd just like to thank you for your support and for helping the channel to grow. Alright folks, here we are, another week. Great to see you all. Things are ticking along nicely. It's actually quite a busy session coming up, so I'll not spend too long. One thing I'd just like to make you aware of, as you know, Dale is a regular contributor to the show. She just had one of her stories read out on a channel called Script Read, her short story Extreme Quarantine. So if you can, go over there, take a look, give some support. Dale's a great writer. She doesn't hold back. She embraces the horror genre, which is fantastic to see, and she's just gained strength day by day, so it's fantastic to have her on the team and support her when we can as well. So there you go, go on over there and check that out. And everyone else is ticking along nicely. So like I said, we have quite a few streams coming up, so I'll just jump straight into it. Monday the 8th of July, I'm on with Steve as we continue our look at the Hammer Horror series of films with The Brides of Dracula. Like I said, it's one I haven't seen for absolutely years. It'll be fun to jump back into the game. Got Peter Cushing but no Christopher Lee, so we haven't got the face off again between those two. But if I remember rightly, this is a cool story and premise. So essentially Van Helsing's on a mission and he travels place to place and he's in the world of vampires. So we're seeing a continuation on with his character and put in different scenarios, which is cool as well. Gives you a chance to refresh things, so it's not just the same two characters always butting heads, you know. Always fun looking at these. Love classic horror, love the Hammer Horror productions. They're just a callback to yesteryear and the sort of beginning of cinema as it is today. Well, not as it is today. Cinema was better than it is today, if that makes sense, because we're not in a good place right now, let's be honest. Anyway, looking forward to that there, and as always, great to have Stephen on board. Tuesday, 9th of July, I'm back on with Brotherhood of Dice and Infinite Monkey Tales as we continue with the Alien RPG. So this is now session 15 of the Dracona Strain trilogy. We're on the final act of Destroyer of Worlds, so things are really coming to a head. When we finished off last session, we're not in a good place. Like, it's touch and go whether you make it or not. That's just the way the game's set up. And the tension in the air, like everyone, always were feeling it. Just that, oh god, I'm dead. Oh, right, it's finished. It's not even like, oh, I've spent so long with this character, oh, I'm so it's just that you're embracing the game and you're embracing the danger of it, and that's just what makes it fun. And yeah, if our characters die, but taking part in the adventure and actually feeling that sort of uh-oh, rather than just sleepwalking your way through it and, you know, not having any peril whatsoever. You know, I don't think they're very exciting games. But yeah, a lot of fun, great bunch of folks, and we're looking forward to wrapping up this session and then getting ready for the final part of the trilogy, which is Heart of Darkness. So yeah, looking forward to that there. Check it out as always. Thursday, the 11th of July, I am on with Dale as we continue our look at Australasian horror with Housebound. So, as I said, I haven't watched it yet. It's one I'm not 100% familiar with. It's one that's been mentioned, I think, in passing by a lot of people and seems to be pretty positive reviews of it. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to chatting with Dale about that and seeing how the movie holds up. It's nice to see stuff outside the norm. Like, you've got your generic cinema stuff, you know, that everybody's seen, but it's nice to sort of step off and see different films and maybe ones that aren't well known, but they're good stories, and that's what I kind of look for. And as always with Dale, we always have a laugh, and whether the movie's good or not, we'll definitely have a good time anyway, because we just enjoy talking about movies and various things. Our streams are getting a bit more philosophical lately, I've noticed. We're starting to embrace the fact with the conversations that if you're presented with a piece of art, that's the whole point. It's meant to invoke thought, and our conversations have started to evolve into that now, that we're just taking not just the thing that's put in front of us on the screen, but what the meaning is behind it, what sort of other topics are being touched off, or even what it makes you feel like at the time, because you can watch a movie or read a book at a certain time and your head be in a certain place and you'll get a different reaction from it than, say, another example in your life. So it's interesting to take that and just look for examples, and like I said, the conversation is evolving, and so join in for that as well. It's a lot of fun, and as always, great to have Dale on board. Friday the 12th and Saturday the 13th of July, I will be on Infinite Monkey Tales as we play Shiver Corporate Risers. So this is the scenario. If you remember my unboxing video of the Shiver core rulebook, this is the scenarios at the back of it. If you remember, I was doing the unboxing video, I get the scenario and I'd stop and I don't read any further. Here's the reason why, in case you're wondering why I don't read scenarios for role-playing games. There's going to be a chance at some point I'm playing them. I'm primarily a player rather than a keeper or GM or mother. You know, I don't really run games that often. It's my way to relax. If you think about, like, when I run this channel, organising guests and streams and doing all the background stuff and organising the social media, it's nice to just have a break and turn up and have somebody else do the organising and the running and all the background stuff. It's great that we have folks out there that run games and they do that level of organising themselves to make sure everyone has a good time, and I appreciate them for doing it. And like I said, I enjoy the fact that I can step back for a bit and just concentrate on being a member of the team, so to speak, and just taking part and helping bring things forward without having to be in control and running it and doing all the organising. So I really do appreciate my time when I get to take part in these things. Interestingly enough, this is going to be my first time on an Infinite Monkey Tales stream, which seems strange because I've known these guys for years now and they're on the channel. We've taken part in games before, mainly on Brotherhood of the Dice, but this is my first time actually being on their channel. And I only realised when we're organising this that this is the case. This is my first time on, which is fascinating because the only reason I haven't been on their channel is just scheduling issues. You know, I've been looking forward for a game to take part in or join in with a stream, but it's always been when I've had something else organised, and it's just been horrendous in terms of scheduling. As you know, I keep Wednesdays free as, you know, religiously for the Wednesday group, the Brotherhood of the Dice. So it'll only be if something's cancelled, I might do a last minute stream, but generally I don't stream on a Wednesday because I'm on their channel. I haven't had a chance. There's been nothing running new, if that makes sense, because I know on Fridays, for example, I don't normally do a stream on a Friday, but I know they've got Two-Headed Serpent, which I think is starting back in September, but that game's already well underway and the characters are cracking on, so it's not like it could be a late entry and just jump in. So this is the first opportunity, based on saying and trying not to waffle, but this is my first opportunity to actually be on their channel, which is cool considering the fact they've been in mine loads of times at this point, at least 15 sessions plus the movie reviews we're doing and everything else that we've sort of jumped in. And like I said, there's continuous back and forward in the background, so I just thought that was really interesting that this is the case. But yeah, tune in for that there and it'll be really fun. I played the Shiver game before and it's a good game and the mechanics are really cool on it, and the idea of using the different attributes and your character traits, you know, whether you're strange or the hero, or, you know, there's various different attributes to a character. Seeing those actually come into play is really cool, and it's old school horror, you know, it's not pretending to be anything else, it's just old school horror, and who doesn't like that? Sunday, 14th of July, I'm on with Cameron as we cover Hatchet 3. Right, so basically, we don't have enough time every month to catch up on everything we want to, and unfortunately, just due to times, Sunday mornings is really the only opportunity Cameron has for us to stream together, and even then, there's quite a lot of times he's doing stuff, so we can't do it every week, because obviously he has a life, and like I said, the time difference is a massive factor. But we realised that we're not going to get through with tons of stuff like on the back burner that we want to cover, and we're not going to get through it in our lifetime, so we'll have to do an extra stream to cover the Hatchet series. So the plan is Hatchet 3 on the 14th, and then when we do the talk spot, we'll do Hatchet Victor Crawley, which is the 4th one and the final part of the series. At least get that closed out, because I hate things that are just left hanging. You probably notice I'm a bit of a completionist when it comes to things, so I like to finish a series, I like to finish a movie trilogy or whatever it might be. I like to make sure that I've got it all covered and like to do it in order, don't like to jump about. So yeah, we're partly feeding into my OCD as well, but always yeah, I just feel bad because Cameron and I haven't really had much of a chance lately, because there's been other stuff going on and other channels that he's been committed to, and yeah, that's taking up time, and time's finite, as you know, and there's only so much of it, and we'll do the best that we can. Yeah, looking forward to catching up for that, and I'm looking forward to stepping back into Adam Green's world again, because I've really enjoyed the first two, and this carries on the same format, so this will carry on directly after the final scene of Hatchet 2, so we'll be cracking on that, and the story will be carrying forward, so it'll be really cool to see. So yeah, tune in for that, be a laugh as always. Tuesday, 19th of July, I'm back on with Chris as we cover Final Destination 3. Yeah, no more Sharknadoes for another 2 weeks at least. God, this is actually so refreshing. I think we've made a good call doing 2 franchises at once. So basically what happens is we're balancing out the absolute horrendous, terrible guff that's the Sharknado series with something at least trying to be fun. This is the one I remember. This is the one from the roller coaster that basically all takes place in the fun fair. And as far as I remember, it's a completely different story and there's not as many tenuous links. So it's not trying to over-explain itself. It's been years since I've watched it, so it'll be cool to get back in and see if the movie still holds up. But I do remember enjoying this one back in the day when it came out. So looking forward to enjoying it again, and we can see the progression of the franchise. Like, we had issues with the first one, they tidied it up with part 2. I think we're going to see more of the same. Another thing that's fascinating as well is James Wong has directed all these, so he's got a consistent vision for the franchise, where Sharknado, for example, is just thrown together and it's everybody and anybody could take part, and yeah, it's just horrendous. So yeah, it'd be nice to have something where I can have a bit of fun and actually delve into the lore bit, because at least they're building the lore with this and there's something to go into in the background. As always, Chris is an absolute hoot, and I'm pretty sure there'll be a crazy theory thrown in at some point. So there you go, look forward to that. Friday the 19th of July, I'm on with Flea as we continue our look at horror anime. So what was a one-off has now become a series. When we got talking last time when we did Perfect Blue, and yeah, we're going to look at animation, horror. That's going to be the thing, and gives Flea a chance to talk about this, which people still have a stigma about anime, that it's primarily for kids and it's cartoons, etc. There's a whole world of difference between a cartoon and an animation. It's the same as watching a drama and a kid's show. You know what a kid's show is and you know what a drama is, even though they're both television series. So there's nothing wrong with playing the same, the animation. But I'm looking for not so much the generic stuff that everybody knows about, but the more adult, horror-based, gritty things that maybe people aren't aware of and might be interested. If you're a horror fan and you're maybe thinking of having a look at anime, this might be the series for you. So when Flea and I were just finishing up the stream last time and talking, there's a whole list of stuff that we're started pulling out, and he's going to do a bit more research, and yeah, this will be going for a while, I think. Like, once again, there's another series I've started, and it's great having Flea on board, and it's great to talk to someone who's passionate. That's what I like having here, are people that have a certain area of horror, that we're not just doing the same thing, and they're not just sticking to the mainstream stuff that everybody knows and everybody's familiar with. That stuff's been done to death. What I'm trying to do with this podcast is have different voices, different areas, and also expose myself, expand my mind. I want to be exposed to different types of horror, because it's so easy to fall into a comfortable trap when you're looking at movies. Oh, I know I'm going to like that, I'm going to watch it. Oh, right, blah blah blah. So when you've got someone else picking it, and it's another genre that somebody else is passionate about and they have knowledge about, and they've taken a look into the sort of background behind each of the productions, that's good. I'm learning as well while doing the stream. I'm initially reacting, as always. My angle is the storytelling good? Is the characterization good? How does the overall presentation hold up? As you know, when I'm reviewing any medium, that's my main concern, what I'm looking for. So it's great to have someone else on board that has a different angle and a different perspective, because like I said, it just adds to the conversation and brings a bit more depth to it. So yeah, it's great having Flea on board. As you know, he's been on board for quite a while now with the Alien RPG, so now we're doing this series, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's something I've been asking about on the channel for recommendations, so here we are, and we're doing it, and I'm looking forward to it. Friday 26th of July, I'm on with Brotherhood of Dice Infinite Monkey Tales again, as we discuss Alien Covenant. We had to put this one back because Mark was away, so I say he was just trying to postpone the pain of this movie, because there's no way. It's not good. It's a terrible movie. It's not even just a terrible alien movie, it's a god-awful movie. It's just bad all around. So I think you can kind of see where we're going to be going with this review. It's just going to be picking it apart and just calling Ridley Scott lots of names, because he is a twat. Such an arrogant person. That's the thing as well. You wouldn't mind as much, but his arrogance makes you hate the property more, because he is so stuck up and so condescending, not just towards other directors, but fans and the industry. He literally thinks he is God's gift to the movie industry. Like, the guy is so unreal. So when you have something like this, it just invokes your disgust even more, because he thinks this is good and it's the fans' fault why we didn't like it. So I'm looking forward to having a bunch of people on as we just go through this, and we will be merciless, I can guarantee you. If someone's on that wants to defend this will be an interesting conversation. I can see it with Prometheus a bit, maybe, but no way with this movie. Absolutely not. There's no way. But it'll be a fun conversation anyways. If you like this movie and you want to defend it, please come on to the live chat. I'd love to hear your reasons. However, if you come on and you're like, you're not right, no, I'm just going to laugh at you. If you have constructive criticism, if you have genuine plot points why you think this movie's work, we'll welcome hearing them, and we can have a conversation, put our points across. If you're there just to call people's names, then guess what? You just make me argument for me, because it's that level of immaturity that just makes your argument invalid. But there you go, offers open, as with all these live streams. That's the point of doing it. Come on board, the live chat is open. You can join in on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. I don't think people understand that on Facebook, when it goes live, you can actually use the comment section. That's essentially the live chat. So you can leave a comment and it'll pop up during the stream as it happens. So please feel free to do that. Same with Twitch. Twitch is a normal chat. It's very similar to YouTube. Live chats are bounce in. It opens up. If you need to have your phone in portrait. If you turn your phone landscape, it won't show up. But if you turn your phone portrait, you can actually join in and leave comments. Last time when we did Prometheus, the chat was like super busy. So I'll have to sort of pause every so often and go back over them. But we'll try and get through to everybody and give you a mention as well. So you're more than welcome. There you go. That's it. There we go. Another week and a lot going on. And as always, this is not a definitive list. I was going to play Resident Evil tonight, but I've too much to do. I don't have time. I might try and organise it for Sunday, but yeah, I've stuff to watch, notes to take, and there's absolutely tons of stuff going on. Busy, which I would have it no other way, because that's what it is. You're busy, there's life, there's stuff going on, you're cracking on, you're building something, and I couldn't be happier. As always, thanks for your support, thanks for coming on, and until next time, keep up to date with the channel, do the type of clicky things, and remember to keep it creepy, keep it horrific.